Russia is blackmailing the world community with the real possibility of creating famine for other countries. As a result of their attacks on the grain and port infrastructure, a number of countries in Africa and Asia which received Ukrainian grain found themselves at a risk of existence right now because Ukraine was and still is one of the key suppliers of the World Food Programme. This was stated by Yuri Belousov, the head of the Department for Combating Crimes Committed in the Conditions of Armed Conflict of the Office of the General Prosecutor of Ukraine. Ukraine singled out 2 periods of Russian attacks on agro-industrial infrastructure related to the grain agreement. Before its signing, shelling was carried out from artillery systems in frontline zones. The most affected objects were in the Mykolaiv and Kherson regions. After Ukraine refused threatening conditions of the aggressor, the scale of the strikes began to expand. First of all, the target was Odessa in the region, which has the most powerful and developed infrastructure. According to him, since then Russia began to use a wide range of completely different means of destruction. These are Shahed drones, Iskander missiles, tactical aviation missiles, and sea-based and land-based missiles too. This only indicates that this is a well-coordinated policy of Russia. Completely different types of troops are involved in such attacks, and the decision to carry out simultaneous attacks is made by the highest military political leadership of the Russian Federation. As noted by Yuri Belousov, Russia is trying to deprive Ukrainians of their means of livelihood. They try to steal the grain, and if they fail, they destroy it. He added that only today the losses that Ukraine received as a result of the appropriation or steal of grain amount to more than $725 million. Taking into account the scale of such crimes, it is clearly at least a crime against humanity. In a broader perspective, one of the elements of genocide, which is connected with the creation of conditions for the physical destruction of a nation. It is about depriving the nation of the conditions for survival because we know what potential grain has. For example, on Friday, the Russians launched a missile attack on Odessa. Iskander-M missile debris damaged the port and civilian infrastructure, as well as civilian ship flying the flag of Antigua. After all, the Russians don't care who they hit.